you technically can call this movie a found footage flick because it's a found footage, like live footage flick, like that you found live footage, man. I knew I was going to get to that saying in a minute.
What's going on, guys and gals? Welcome to Good Will Hunting. It's your boy Brad. The Brett Man is right over there. Today we're going to be giving you a spoiler-free review for Late Night with the Devil. Movie just dropped on Shudder, came out in theaters a few weeks ago, dropped on Shudder last weekend, and it's been a lot of conversations have taken place about this flick, Birdie. A lot of buzz before it came out, and a lot of good conversations since. Birdie, are you excited about this one or what?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this, but before that, I kind of need to get something off my chest. It kind of been freaking me out lately, though. I've been watching this weird television program, but it actually comes out late at night, actually. And they did this whole thing with an exorcism. It was so cool and freaky that I just really couldn't quit. Oh, wait a minute, it's this freaking movie. What am I thinking, man? So, yeah, of course I'm ready to talk about this movie.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, hey, this thing is about, like you said, a late night television host that comes on. He's competing with Johnny Carson. He says, fuck it. I got to find some ratings. I got to get my ratings up because there's some things that happen that, makes us.
We can kind of relate to this particular movie in a way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we do it all the time. That's why I've been trying to get Birdie on board for a damn Ouija board session for weeks, months, years now, so we could get some damn viewers up in here. But, it's that's basically what it comes down to, Birdie. It starts off, the movie gives you like a little bit of like, just backstory. And then it jumps right into this, this late night television show. And it's basically just you at home watching this television show with a couple of behind the scenes things that pop up. Like it's all like one thing. It's almost like a found footage flick in that regard, that it's all kind of just like a, you're watching it as it would have been seen by the viewers, by the audience and stuff like that. So I enjoyed it. I thought that aspect was really cool, and I thought the movie was hella good.
Yeah, that's what exactly it felt like, dude. And here's the main positive I can give this movie. The editing, and edit it in a way that it makes you feel like you're trapped in the 70s, having one of those horrible TV dinners. Hopefully it's the Salisbury steak one, because that's obviously the best one.
Mashed tatties, mashed tatties?
Yeah, with the gravy and so
definitely
good.
No veggies.
Yeah, fuck the veggies. But yeah, it kind of felt like you're eating one of those meals while watching your favorite night segment. And that is what trapped you in. And I love when movies can really bring you into that environment, that world. As Brad's favorite thing, it's the world building that they're building on this little TV set. I thought they did an excellent job with that.
Yeah, it has that feel about it. It takes you in as the viewer and kind of puts you right there. So I really appreciate it for that. And along that, there's a lot of little creepy moments that you see, throughout, just like little things, nothing crazy. I mean, it gets crazy towards the end and a little bit in the middle.
Like
just,
it builds, like it gives you a little creepy thing, takes a little break, the next creepy thing. Like it does a really good job pacing and putting in those creepy moments.
It'll focus on a random dude in the audience that just looks a little creepy, or something like that. Like there'll be weird noises playing, stuff like that. That's just like, there's something kind of weird going on in the air tonight. I don't know. This guy's over here, he's throwing up and shit. I don't know.
in the air tonight because they're live on air. You silly dog.
Oh, I did it, man. I didn't even mean to. Yeah, though. It's like, it really plays out like a lot of the kind of classic kind of exorcism flicks. There's a lot of the same kind of tropes in here, but they're done in a unique way that makes it kind of stand out. And the characters, I thought there was, so basically, if you saw the trailer or whatever, the basis of the story is they have this freaking possessed chick out there, and some crazy shit happens. But I like, one of the characters, for instance, is like a skeptic, and they have him out there. You got David Dastmalchian's character out there who fucking killed it, by the way. I've been waiting on him to get a role.
Nailed it.
For a long time, like a head role, like a leading role. And he takes this and he runs, and he's perfect for this because he's really like a host. He does the Fangoria host, a lot of times for the Chainsaw Awards and stuff. Like that's kind of what his personality is. He's really good at it. So he kind of gets to be himself in this movie.
He played the polka dot dude in the Suicide Squad too.
Yeah, he was shooting polka dots out. If you like Fruity Pebbles, man, call this guy right here, man. He'll hook you up.
Man. And or more like Cocoa Puffs, because in this movie he's cuckoo.
But yeah, so I like, though, the fact that one of the characters, so you have his character who's just the host. Then you got the possessed girl and her doctor. And then the other dude that's like the main character is like a skeptic of paranormal shit. And he's like a magician. He's like pulling shit out of hats. He's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But I like that dynamic. I thought it was a really good decision to bring him in as a character, because it's kind of like, oh, he's just sitting here again. for the audience, you're sitting here thinking like, oh, how do you explain something like this? Like, like, this is fucking crazy. It's supernatural. It's scary as shit. And he's like, oh, well, actually, this is happening. Like, I just think that's cool as to kind of put that in there, to kind of point out things and explain how they're happening, but then also like kind of be, obviously, it reaches a point where shit's just going to hit the fan.
With those particular types of characters, you got like the host that kind of believes it and kind of doesn't. He's like 50-50. But you got the skeptic that try to points out why this is absolutely fake. And then you got the main girl, not the little girl, but the main girl that watches the little girl. She's a full-on believer. Whoever you are personally, you gravitate more towards that particular character. And I love when you can easily identify yourself within a particular character. And another thing I wanted to bring up, I meant to bring up earlier, but somebody actually brought up a great point with this. This is actually a movie better to watch at home. And I'm not disrespecting the theater experience, because the theater experience with me was great. But if you're watching at home by yourself on a TV, it actually makes you feel like you're watching a live program.
Yeah, it kind of sucks you into that environment. It becomes a little bit more immersive at that point. And that's the way I felt, watching now, because it was late night. Saturday night, I was sitting here watching. I was like, "Oh wow, man, I'm watching freaking some shit." But I thought they did a good job too of making it feel like it was, actually a '70s production for the most part. Because it was set in the late '70s, and it very much felt like a like a '70s '80s movie when you're watching it. Like they did with the production set, and all that stuff. It felt it. They did a really good job hammering that time period out. So I dug it for that. And my boy Christo, man, Christo came out there. I like that character. That guy was out there freaking. He seemed like a TV personality. Like some dude that you would see, especially in the '70s, come on TV. Of course, don't forget about Lily herself, Ingrid Torelli. I mean, she was creepy as hell, Birdie.
Dude, she knocked it out of the park, man. I'll even say this: like, I think she has an absolute bright future in the horror genre if she decides to stay in there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought she was creepy. Again, kind of the same thing we talked about with Abigail in the Abigail review. The girl that played her, she's playing a couple different roles. Obviously there's a couple different ways she's playing her character, a little bit of range there, and she does a good job with it. But in general, man, I think the thing was scary. I think, again, if you are watching it at home at night with your lights off, you're going to get creeped out. You're going to feel a little uncomfortable. You're going to have that kind of feeling about it.
Absolutely. And of course, again, this is a spoiler-free review. Once we get into the third act, the third act just freaking goes for it. And you're just going to be leaving just in like a... like again, this movie just keeps on dragging you in, and that's what I love about it. It's just like you can't keep your eyes off the screen. Like literally, your TV say like, "Give me more, damn it."
It did. I was one of those that didn't really want it to end. I was so engulfed with what was going on and stuff, and just enjoying the ride that it was taking you on. And just despite that, I think it's got some rewatchability to it too, because it's such a kind of a unique feel to it. There's not a lot of movies like this. So with the way it was presented to you, and actually, our boy Jason Smith from Sinister Cinema Reviews said this, I think, on Facebook after Bert saw the movie. He said it plays out like a VHS segment,
yes.
A very long extended one. I think that's a perfect analogy. So kudos to Jason. If you're watching, if you're not watching, fuck you. I'm just kidding. We appreciate it.
No, he'll appreciate that. Like fuck you in his language means I love you. So
exactly. No, I thought that was a great way, because that's actually very valid. That's a really good way of explaining it, because it does kind of have that kind of, because those are the same way too. Like it starts out kind of slow, creepy things start to happen, and then it explodes at the end. That's exactly what this movie does.
All right, man. Well, it is getting kind of late at night here, and I do got a date with the devil. So what would you rate this bad boy, Brad?
I'd give this one a 4.5 out of 5, Birdie.
Well, I'm going to make it easy for you, because it's also a 4.5 for me as well. I had a great time with this, and I think you all will have a great time with it as well. But I want to ask you guys, what did you all think about Late Night with the Devil? Did you have a great time with this movie? Or are you one of those few people that did not enjoy this movie? Let us know in the comment section down below. Let's get that discussion rolling.
And if you want to help us find the good reels, you can do so by finding us at all of our socials, which are right down there in the description down below.
All right, man. Without further ado, I got this weird show I'm watching about a girl doing just some perception weird shit, and some me hallucinations. So I'm going to go ahead and get to it.
Oh, that sounds very steak.
No!